Hello everyone, I'm Gavin McKinney, and I'm going to be running a 3-hour marathon here in November at the Indy Monument Marathon. This is a goal of mine I've had for a while. I've ran one marathon, I've completed one half Ironman. I always like a new challenge. The half Ironman was a great challenge. Eventually I'm going to do the full Ironman next year. I love running. Running with a goal time though, that is where the challenge comes. I can wake up and I can go on a run almost any day, but I push myself. That's the challenge here, is pushing myself to limits I've never been to and limits I can't wait to cross. It won't be easy. It will involve suffering, but that is the point of this entire channel, this entire brand, Endure Thru Christ. And it is when you put everything on the Lord, when you do everything through Him, you are able to do anything you put your mind to. And there's a couple verses that come to mind that kind of shape this whole idea around. And with endurance sports, with this channel, with just wanting to inspire people and wanting to document my journey, those two Bible verses are Romans 8:11, the same power that rose Jesus from the dead is in everyone who believes, and then Romans 5, verses 3-5, and it reads, suffering leads to perseverance, perseverance leads to builds character, character leads to hope, and hope can only be found in Christ. Suffering is at the base of everything good. Everything worth doing, everything worth achieving involves suffering. Look at the best companies in the world, the biggest companies, they were suffering. Look at the most successful people you know. Did they suffer? Yes. The people you look up to, you probably look up to them because of how hard they worked and how they handled that suffering. And then on a much bigger scale, look at the Christian church. Our God came down in human form and suffered more than anyone on this planet. Even though He was perfect, He is perfect. He came down to earth and suffered more than anyone on this planet, and it led to the greatest thing to ever happen to mankind, and that is the kingdom of heaven being opened to all of us. That is what suffering can lead to. Suffering leads to the best things in life. We can coast through life all we want. That's not a very meaningful life. And that's something I really want to show people is they can do hard things. And doing hard things leads to a better quality in life. It leads to a happier life. It leads to a longer life. And it leads to making a bigger impact. It leads to bringing heaven closer to earth, which is what we're all called to do. And so that as I'm documenting this 18-week journey, these 18 videos that I'll be posting once a week, I want everyone to see that through Christ, they can endure anything that life throws at them. Not just physically, not just mentally, not just spiritually, but all of it. They can endure anything life throws at them when they do it through Christ. So thank you guys, and I can't wait to get this started and enjoy this first video. Week 1, let's go. About to go hit up the gym for our speed workout, which we'll do on a treadmill. I like doing the speed workouts all on treadmill, just so you hold the pace, you know what you're going, and you can go even a little faster, I've noticed. But right now, I'm gonna give you a little tour of my home gym / office / even storage room. I'm 24, this is my first house, so we're making do with what we have. So first things first, work area, monitor. I was just watching the GOAT, Truett Haynes. I love Truett. My only vice is caffeine. Something I still need to work on, I'll admit. But we got here our big board, Ironman Texas 2026. A bunch of quotes, goals on it. Round, you'll see pictures of my family. Romans 8:11, Matthew 19:26, first marathon, Endure Thru Christ. And then the pyramid of success, I'm going to call this. Suffering leads to perseverance, perseverance to character, character leads to hope, and hope can only be found in Christ. Our standards for 2026, Ironman 70.3 medal, Ironman 70.3 bib right here. And then also this board that I created for my Ironman 70.3 That was the goal. Clearly, we fell a little short. It was hot. My nutrition was... That's not an excuse. My nutrition was not good, though. And it was a learning experience. Definitely hungry to get that better. I kind of just leave that up right now. It's a reminder of what I did, what I need to improve on. Not what I did wrong, but what I need to do better. Here, I actually just ordered a wall mount for my bike. Here is a cheap bike I got on Amazon. I don't have the best indoor system. I don't want to really tear up the tires of that, and it's kind of a hassle. So until I get, I'd like to get a kicker, Wahoo kicker. Until I get that, I'm just going to keep using this bike for my indoor sessions. I have it adjusted, similar heights, everything. So it's pretty comparable. I also got my shoes, helmet, gym bag right there. These are my running shoes. They are carbon plated, but they're kind of beat. So I wear those a lot when it's raining or if I'm going on a trail or something. Race day shoes, Hoka Mach X2s. Everyday runners, the Vomeros. And then these are what we'll be running in today, the Zoom Fly 6s. Speed. I love those for my speed workouts or any sort of tempo run. So those are my go-tos for that. We got a yoga mat and a foam roller. It's not a foam roller, it's a roller. I love that. And then over here, this is where I start every day. It's just a rosary. And right now I just have a random blanket on the ground. I do my morning prayer. I've noticed if I put it in a corner where there's nothing really that can distract me, it's made my prayer so much better. And then, as I said, there's some just random things stored in here. So I have my triathlon clothes in here, any type of workout. I have this little mattress. I don't know where, for when people stay the night, I don't really know where to put it. I figured if someone stays the night, I'll just move it and throw it on the ground somewhere. So yeah, as I said, I'm 24, making the best of what I have. Got the party speaker, of course, for when I do my indoor bike workouts. And then I leave my laundry basket in here because after a workout, I'm nasty sweaty. I don't even want my clothes going anywhere else. So I go through a ton of clothes. And so we just leave it in here. That way nothing else is getting dirty. Eventually, I'd like to get a couple kettlebells and a pull-up dip bar in here. I was actually watching Truett Haynes' video, and his home gym is literally perfect. It's a couple dumbbells and a pull-up bar. And a band, so it's just something simple. We're still working on it, but yeah, enough procrastinating. Let's go hit this speed workout, and then we got a zone 1-2 recovery bike ride. Nothing too crazy, but yeah. Speed session, first speed session of marathon prep is completed. If you can't tell, kicked my butt. It was a 1 mile warm up, and then it was 4 sets of 5 minutes. At a fast pace, and then 2.5 minutes walking. Just 4 7.5 minute sets really. Round 1, I was at a 10.3 mile per hour pace the entire time. Round 2, 10.5. Round 3, 10.7. Round 4, 11.2. Actually, last minute I was at 11.5, so a little over 11.2 for that last set. And then we did another mile cool down, so 6 total miles. Kicked my butt. Those 20 minutes of going fast. Goal was to go above our 5K pace. And yeah, so now we got a 60-minute recovery bike ride, zone 1, zone 2. And first off, we need to refuel, get some electrolytes, and probably eat a banana. But yeah, I'm gonna probably sit in my car for a couple minutes before I do that. I am struggling right now, but we can do hard things. Sliding out of place. good day, a chill day. You'll probably hear me say several times throughout this prep, this progress, that I love lifting. No matter what, I'm always going to lift. I feel that my goals are achievable with lifting. Now, if I'm not going to the Olympics to run, so I'm gonna lift heavy. There's so many athletes out there who can run a sub-3 marathon, who can do the Ironman in about 10 hours, who lift heavy. I love it, I enjoy it. It makes working out, makes fitness more enjoyable. And I think it was Sam Sulek who said, I heard him say this is the first person I ever heard say it, a man who enjoys walking will walk further than a man who is focused on the destination. If lifting makes running more enjoyable to me, I'm gonna lift. It's just how it is. So I don't really like recording myself at the gym too much. But here's a video, me doing a heavy deadlift. Haven't deadlifted in a while. So yeah, here's what I can currently deadlift. Enjoy. Another day nearly completed. Another week, first week of the series of training to run a sub-3 marathon is complete. We have 17 more weeks now. My Garmin, I don't really listen to it too much. I don't really buy into it. Says I run my predictions, I think like 3:18 marathon. Yeah, 3:18. The last time I ran a marathon was 2 years ago. I ran a 3:42 and I trained for 5 weeks. And my prediction was 4:05. So 22 minutes, that was off 22 minutes. So 3:18. I'm pretty confident I know we're gonna get it. That's the mindset I have to have. But right now we are doing our daily or evening routine. Just doing a few small things before we go to bed. Something I did not do very well. I was not good about. I don't know. It's been a long day. Was recovery, and that involved stretching, rolling out, the whole 9 yards. When I was doing my Ironman 70.3 prep, and I learned some lessons along the way. Stretching, recovery is a huge thing I need to get better at. Same with diet. Diet is something I've always struggled with. I think the saying goes, like, become what you want to be, you have to lose everything you were. I've always struggled with diet. It's always been a crutch of mine. Just eating healthy, not binging. And it's been a main focus, something I worry about all the time. And now it's just like, it's not been that hard the last 3 weeks since my prep. Since my Ironman 70.3, and I fell short of my goal, and that's been a tough mental battle. I've realized if I really want to be good at this, I gotta take it serious. I gotta do the boring stuff with intentionality, which is eating. That's boring. Stretching. That's boring. Boring builds greatness, and so I just have to get over it. So that's something I'm also focusing on, and I'm doing a lot better at it, and I'm excited to see how it transforms my body, my ability to function, my energy levels. I'm really excited. Very, Can't wait. Today, though, was a busy day. We got a 39-minute 10K, and then we rushed over to watch my little sister's swim meet. It was super cool to see. My little sister Abby's really good at swim. She kicked butt all day. I'm proud of her, and I'm also just extremely proud of my other sister Bethany. Swim, she does not enjoy it, and that's okay. You don't have to enjoy everything. That she's young, she's trying it out, and she's stuck with it. She unfortunately swims like her big brother, not very good. But it was cool to see. She swam today. She was nervous. She didn't want to do it, but she finished. She did her heat. She never gave up, and it was so cool to see. Like at the age of 9, she's already learning that you just got to get through it, and something I wish I had at the age of 9. And I think it just inspired me. Both of them, seeing my little sister Abby kick butt all day, and then Bethany just with the mental of a warrior to just go out there and finish it. It inspired me, so we went and did another workout. Did arms and abs, and then ran another 4 miles. My zone 2 is getting a lot better. We did 8 mile an hour. We did 32 minutes, 4 miles, and as a zone 2. So we're getting better at getting faster with zone 2, and that is a great sign for the next 118 days as we continue to march towards the 3-hour marathon. It won't be easy, but anything worth doing usually isn't easy. So we'll keep hammering away, and tomorrow's the start of a new week. My Strava says 47 miles this past week, which is insane. Tomorrow it's going to say 0, so fresh start. Can't wait. She's second. What do you mean not last? She's top 3.
Yeah.
Come on, go! Go! Stop looking!
It's a boy over here.
Stop looking!
My first love when it came to fitness wasn't running, wasn't biking, sure as heck wasn't swimming. It was lifting, and more importantly, it was benching. And I can bench 225 still, but in order to make sure we can continue to bench 225, I think I can actually bench 245, but I never wanted to go below 225, clearly. We always do 100 push-ups. So I just set the 25 for my evening routine. I'm not gonna lie, I was too busy worrying about what I was gonna say, and I lost track. I have no idea. Well, I hope that was 25. We'll watch the footage. And if I don't edit the footage, that means I counted 25. So, and we do 4 sets of that, 25 with 50 crunches, so it ends up being 200 crunches, 100 push-ups every single night right before bed, right before I go lay in bed. So now it's time to call it a night. I'm gonna go lay in bed and work on editing. So, peace. One more quick clip. Just want to end the video by saying, suffering is the base of all success. As you continue to hammer away this next week, remember that God is with you every step of the way, and that suffering leads to perseverance. Perseverance builds character. Character leads to hope, and hope can only be found in Christ. He is the root of all hope. And Christ went through more suffering than any of us could ever imagine, just to do the greatest thing that's ever been done. And that's to open the kingdom of heaven. Let that be your message to push through this week, to continue to do hard things, whether that is go to the gym or run or go to that AA meeting, or go to that Bible study, or go to church. Whatever that thing is you've been battling with that's been difficult. It doesn't have to be a physical battle. Spiritual, mental, whatever it is. Do it. Starting is the hardest thing. Suffering is the greatest way to build success. Thank you guys, and just have a great week. Stay tuned for episode number 2 next week. Thank you guys.